Hello everyone. I am Anashara. Today I am going to discuss about principles of good listening and body language from the subject soft skill. So let's see what is the major principles. So first we can discuss about the first topic, principles of good listening. So a good listener will not only listen what is being said, but also to what is left unsaid or said impartially. Effective listening therefore involves observing body language and noticing inconsistency between verbal and non-verbal messages as well as just what is being said at any given moment. So there are some principles for good listening. While we are if you are become a good listener, if you want to become a good listener, you need to follow some principles that I am saying. First one is stop talking. That means don't talk, listen. If speaker is speaking about something, it we if you are a good listener or if you want to become a good listener, we need to listen what he is saying. Do not interfere into his part. We have to just listen. Whatever the thing he is saying, we have to listen. Do not talk, just listen. The second thing is prepare yourself to listen. That means to relax. We all know that human mind is not consistent. It will distract to many directions. So prepare first, you become relaxed and prepare your mind to be prepared to be listen what the speaker is saying. So put other things out of mind. The human mind is easily distracted, so we need to relax and we make to prepare our mind to be listen. Next one is put the speaker at the ease. That means that help the speaker to feel free to speak. That means if the speaker or the person that who is sitting opposite of us is being relaxed and if he is okay, then only we can communicate with them. If that person is not okay, if that person is disturbed, that he is not okay to speak with us, if or his mind is full of confusions or anything, he cannot be speak anything. So it's our responsibility to make the person who is sitting opposite of us to make them free to speak. That means we put the speaker into ease. We say them or we make them relax. This is the thing. That means remember their needs and concerns. No or use your gestures or words to encourage them to continue. While the person is or the speaker is speaking, we need to make him aware that we are listening and we are enjoying your thing. So we for that we need to nod our heads or we can use any gestures using our hands or anything. So this is the third one. Next one is remove distractions. That means focus on what is being said, what the speaker is saying. Don't doodle, shuffle papers, look out of the view or looking outside. Do not do all these things. We have to focus what the speaker is saying. Next thing is empathize. We all know that. Try to understand other points, other person's point of view. That means if a person who is speaking opposite to us may be facing many problems. So as a good listener, we need to analyze or we need to concern his problems too. We need to think or we have to understand the situation of that person and we need to think from his side also. Then only we can be a good listener. Look at issues from their perspectives or let's go for preconceived ideas. By having an open mind, we can more fully empathize with the speaker. The next very important thing is be patient. That means a pause, even a long pause, do not necessarily mean that the speaker has finished. That means do not make hurry the speaker to be finished his things. We need to wait and we need to be patient. Whether whenever on the in between his speech, if there comes a pause, we do not need to be hurried to leave from that speech. We need to wait what if he is entered or if he is taking a time or a pause in between his speech. So be patient. Be patient and let the speaker continue in their own time. Sometimes it takes time to formulate what to say and how to say it. Next thing is avoid personal prejudice. That means try to be impartial. Don't be partial. Don't become irritated and don't let the person's habit or mannerism distract from what you want from what the speaker is really being saying. Everybody has a different way of speaking. Some people are, example, more nervous or shy than others. Some have regional accent or make excessive arm movements, or some people like to whistle talking, or others like to sit still. Some, so it's all up to their thing. So we must be of impartial. If you become a good listener, we must be impartial. And the next thing is, you need to get the whole picture, not to isolate bit or pieces. Many one like maybe one of the most difficult aspect of listening is the ability to link the pieces of information, reveal the ideas for others. The next thing is, wait and watch for non-verbal communication. Gestures, facial expressions, and eye movements all can be an important part. So this is all about what's a good listening. These are some of the 10 major important principles if you want to become a good listener. That means using gestures, body languages, etc. You need to get the whole story, be impartial, need to be patient, we need to listen, we have to be relaxed, don't make any distractions from the mind. So these are the major qualities to become a good listener, and the major principles we need to understand from to become a good listener. So the our next topic is body language. So what is body language? We all know what is body language. Body language is a type of non-verbal communication in which physical behaviors, as opposite to words, are used to express or convey the information. That means, other than speaking, we use our gestures, that our eye movements and everything, to convey a particular information to others. This is what a body language is. Such behavior include facial expression, body posture, gestures, eye movement, touch and use of space, everything. So other than oral things or written things, also we can communicate with people through body language, through our facial expressions, through our gestures, through our eye contact, everything. So communication include listening. It terms obviously body language and non-verbal. That means non-spoken communication. Signals are being exchanged whether these signals are accompanied by spoken words or not. We are actually communicating through signals. These are symbols, that the eye contact, that means through hands. These are, we are giving a signal to the person regarding what we need to convey. So it goes both ways. Your own positioning and movements reveal your feelings and meanings to others. And the next thing is, other people's body language reveals their feelings and meanings to you. Both of the things are happening there. That means the person who is the person whom we are communicating, they also got from our body language, and the person that we are communicating, when they are replying from their body language also, we are available, or we are able to understand what he or she is saying. So the sending and receiving of signal happen on conscious and unconscious level. This means both of them have the thing. For example, if a person who is dumb, that means he is not able to speak, or he is not able to hear anything. So for such a person, if we are speaking or written anything, it's not easy for them to convince that message. So on through that situation, we need to communicate through our facial expression, eye contact, and through hands, moving, handshaking, and through all these things we can communicate whatever the things we need to communicate. Actually, language is not a important thing, or language is not so necessary for communicating. Animals are communicating because they are communicating through signals, as same as like humans are also like that. We also have symbols and symptoms for communicating to other people. So while if a speaker is speaking about something, he uses his hands, he is using his eyes, eye movements, everything to attract the audience. That means if he is standing steady and taking the classes, or if he is standing steady and speaking about something, the audience or the listeners would not listen what he is saying. But if he is having some movements, that from a facial expression and some expressions in his words, definitely we people have the curiosity to hear what he is saying. So this is what body language is through our through our body. That means by our body part, we are communicating with others. It may be of a handshake, like for example, if we are going for an interview, interview, or if we are going to take an interview, we have to make an eye contact with the interview to make him feel free. Otherwise there may be not much that effect for that interview. So these things are there: facial expression, eyeball eye contact, and then touching, and then gestures by using hands. All these things are the all these non-verbal communication. And non-verbal communication to convince an information to a person is using through body languages. So body languages is an important thing for us to communicate with other people. So it is an important factor for communication. It's a tool, we can say it's a tool of communication, body language. So this is all about body language. So today we discussed about two topics about good listening, principles of good listening and body language. I hope you guys got what I said today. So this is all about my discussion. Thank you, have a nice day.